Hi guys, good afternoon from London. Friday 15th of March, just gone 12:30 here, 7:30 US time. We just had some numbers out of the US. New York Fed manufacturing expected was 10. It came in a bit weaker actually than expected at a reading of 3.7. Seen a bit of weakness in the dollar, but not too much. Obviously, bigger things going on here. Just bringing the euro dollar into picture. You can see we just had a brief blip higher, but almost back to where we were initially on that. So we'll have a quick look over some of the markets and potential opportunities should things progress into the afternoon. We'll start obviously with the pound, and a day without a Brexit vote today, but just having a look at some of the key levels after that delay. This still remains a big one for me, around 132.50 on the futures. You've got a couple of the lows of the last sort of 36 hours or so. You've got the S1, also really sort of important area where we did gap higher initially from the overnight sort of Sunday into Monday, beginning of the week. So at the moment, pound is up for the week, and I think if that continues and we maybe get a push back above today's high, which I'll just draw on here, then sentiment going into next week will remain on the front foot for the pound, which has performed strongly really over the last sort of couple of weeks or so. Having a look at S&P here, obviously at a very key level. We've talked about this a couple of times with a few tests already just this month, but also going back on that longer term chart, you can see the high going back to the 17th of October is very key as well. So can we close above that? That would be something people will be looking at short term, medium term, longer term. We're actually just up testing that level now from the high that we had back on the 13th 2 days ago. Quadruple witching, so we've seen some sort of erratic price action already in European equities, which have pushed high. You can see here the DAX really from about 10:15 pushing on quite dramatically, and obviously with its very correlated market, Eurostoxx doing the same. So will we get a similar reaction in US equities? Remains to be seen. An hour to the cash market open, so that's something I'd be focusing on around this level. Should we fall back, and if you were looking potentially for a short, probably worth having on this trend line here. A break of that, you might get a bit of a further breakdown. 2800 in the S&P, still an area that I'd be looking to have marked up on the chart around today's S2. But to get through that, you'd have to go through the trend line, and also yesterday around that pivot on those lows following the comments coming out that Trump is delaying the meeting with China until at least April. Found support around there, and the buyers again came back in. So worth keeping an eye on the cash open to see if we can get any follow through from that. Elsewhere, oil, we've had a bit of a downtick this morning. Some dollar strength has come back into the market, weighing on the commodity here, but $58 yesterday remains such a key support, and I would still have that marked up as a very important level. Going back as well, you've got the 1st of March high just below there. Reason for the importance, just quickly going back, you can see how many times we've tried to previously get above this level. November, February last year, we're now above, so that is pretty key going into the week. Can we hold that level above or below? Will certainly attract some more medium-term buyers or sellers into this market. Gold, probably, last 2 Fridays have seen significant price action, but I'd almost be tempted just to wait out for Friday unless we were to get to this sort of area or below. I do like the idea of a short around the R1, even though it does feel like we've sort of bottomed out for a while, and now we are again back above 1300, which you can see is almost starting to just form a bit of a head and shoulders. So if this is the high and we do come back, 1292, massive area to keep an eye on. Hope you all have a good trading day ahead of you and good weekend as well.